The Archbishop of Canterbury will miss the Queen's Platinum Jubilee service this weekend because he has coronavirus and pneumonia. The disappointing announcement comes as London is being transformed for pomp and pageantry expected later this week as the monarch will mark 70 years on the throne.
Award-winning royal biographer Professor Chris Imafidon has been speaking with our London correspondent Juliana Lainka outside of a very damp Buckingham Palace about the significance of the occasion.
It's never happened before. It's never been dreamt of before. It's been a theoretical debate. So is it possible to hit the platinum? Platinum was just written there as a mathematical concept, not as a real life event. So it's once in a lifetime. It's never happened before. And it's not likely going to happen in another 100 years based on calculations of the age of Prince Charles, plus the age of William, which is literally 40 this year, and then the age of the son. So if you look at 3 generations, we're not anticipating anything like this again. Almost every single person loves the Queen, not just the institution, but the person and the individual behind the person. Because when you see her, you will even like her, not because of the fact that she's old, but because she's caring. She asks questions about you, she's human, and she really, really wants to find out how good everyone is feeling. And that's one thing that endears her to anyone that meets her personally. The most quoted saying of the Queen was a speech she delivered as a 21-year-old, guess where? In Africa. So when she sees an African, she relates to you. The first time she became Queen, guess where? It was in Africa. So there are 2 significant things that has happened in her life that has defined her life. Because remember, she was not supposed to be Queen. She was not born a queen. She's the most accidental queen that's ever sat on the throne. Because her father was supposed not to even be king. It's her uncle that was supposed to be king. And so she grew up knowing that she was never, ever going to touch the throne. So that has redefined everything she sees. So the arrogance that comes with people that have a sense of entitlement does not come. So she still says, by the grace of God. So her personality is really dominant when it comes to that. So that's something I will never, ever forget. If she sees you and you think you're a foreigner and you don't belong here, she will remind you that she married a foreigner. And the father of the next king happens to be a foreigner, once homeless. People knew the egg, others knew chicken. If you knew the Queen before any of these scandals, you know who she is. And you know what she can do and what she can't do. There are a few things that she's had the opportunity to be naughty. She's had the opportunity to be demanding. She's had the opportunity when she assumed the crown, the throne very early, literally in her early 20s, that she's completely shut those things out. So it's knowing her and really knowing the person. Once you know the person, you know that for Nigeria, she was the first head of state. As soon as the country gained independence, as a geopolitical entity, she was the first head of state. And she remained the ceremonial head of state for another 3 or so years. And she still has attachment to parts of the Commonwealth that, 1, communicates in English, 2, does everything that they're doing in English. The educational system is Anglo-Saxon. The culture, there are a lot of relics of the British culture that is still dominant today in everyday life in Nigeria. So you see that her relevance and the relevance of the British monarchy will be literally forever. It's in perpetuity.